YouTube just became the #1 streaming service in the entire world. It beat Netflix, it beat Disney Plus, it beat Amazon, it beat everything. And because of this, the way you make videos on YouTube is about to completely change. Right now, brand new YouTube channels are getting hundreds of thousands of subscribers in months. And this is all because of this one simple change. And I can give you my channel you're watching right now as an example. I got more than 100,000 subscribers in less than 6 months because I understood the new change that's happening on YouTube. So what's the difference? Why are some channels exploding while others seem to be completely stuck? Well, there's one big shift happening right now on YouTube, and a lot of people are ignoring it, but those who don't ignore it are growing faster than ever. In this video, I'm going to show you what I changed to grow faster and how you can do exactly the same thing, how you can take advantage of this new shift that is happening right now on YouTube. Let's begin. Okay, so here's what's happening, and this is important, so pay attention. YouTube is becoming the new TV, and I don't mean that in some future, or maybe one day kind of way. I mean right now. The numbers already prove it. YouTube is the most watched streaming platform in the world. More people watch YouTube than Netflix. More people watch YouTube than any other app on their TV screen. Think about that. The biggest streaming service in the world isn't a movie studio. It's YouTube, a place where regular people like you and me upload videos from our bedrooms. And here's the part most people are missing. Because more and more people are watching YouTube from their TV, not their phone, not their computer, but from a big screen in their living room, this changes everything. Let me explain. Think about the 3 devices people use to watch YouTube. Each one is completely different. First, you have mobile. When people watch YouTube on their phone, what do they watch? Usually shorts, quick little videos, maybe a little bit of gaming videos and some vlogs. And that's because people who are watching from a mobile, they're either standing in line at the store, they're on a bus, they're maybe in school, or maybe they're just sitting in bed bored. And because of this, they tend to watch shorter videos, quicker videos. Then you have the computer, desktop. When people sit down at their computer and open YouTube, they're usually watching gaming videos, tutorials, vlogs, entertaining videos, how-to content. But then you have TV. And this is where everything changes. Picture this. It's 9 p.m. Someone just finished their dinner. They walk over their couch, grab the remote, and open YouTube on their TV. They don't want a 5-minute video. They don't want to scroll through shorts. They want something long, something that feels like watching a show or a documentary, something they can just lean back and enjoy for the next 30 minutes or an hour. Right now, there are millions of them, and that number is growing every single month. Here's why this is such a big opportunity. This part of YouTube is still fresh. Most creators are still making videos designed for phones and computers. Very few people are making content specifically for TV viewers. And here's the crazy part. YouTube wants this shift to happen. They are actively pushing content that works on TV. Why? Well, because longer watch time on a TV means more ads, means more revenue, and more reasons for people to stay on YouTube instead of switching to Netflix. That's exactly what YouTube wants. So if your content works on a TV screen, the algorithm will push your videos harder than almost anything else right now. And I know this because I do the exact same thing. Whenever I'm cleaning the house or when I'm cooking, I grab the remote and I open YouTube on TV and I play a long video. And millions of other people just like me do the exact same thing every single day. So the question is, how do you actually make content that works for viewers who watch from a TV? The first thing you need to understand is that video length matters a lot. On TV, longer videos win. Videos between 20 minutes and 1 hour long do really well on TV viewers. Why? Because when someone sits down on their couch, they don't want to watch a 5-minute video and then have to pick another one. It's annoying, especially with a remote control. They want something that keeps going. The longer the video, the better, as long as it's interesting. And that's the key word, interesting. Now, here's where most creators get stuck. They think my topic isn't interesting enough, or they think I need to find the perfect niche before I can even start posting videos. And that's completely wrong. Let me show you what I mean. Let's say you want to make a video about paper. Yeah, paper. Sounds boring, right? Nobody would watch that. But what if you started the video like this? 2040. Paper might become the most expensive thing in the world. Your kids might not be able to afford it. Suddenly, you now care about paper because you want to know, why is paper going to become so expensive and why my future kids can't afford it? What's going to happen with the economy, right? So that hook created an emotional trigger inside of you. Just like that, you can create an entire video about the history of paper and how it came to be. And then you can speculate and theorize why the price of paper will go up. And before you know it, you have a 30-minute video about paper that people actually enjoy. So I don't have a name for this, but let's call it the paper rule. You can make an interesting video about literally anything. Paper, grass, cheese, anything. It's not about the topic. It's about how you present it. Think of it like this. YouTube videos work like mini businesses. Do you know that feeling when you see an ad on Instagram of someone selling a product that you don't even need that much or at all? But the person talks and presents the product, and by the end of the video, you start to feel like maybe you need this product. So now you're questioning whether you should buy this product or not. But in the first place, you didn't want the product. But after watching the video, now you think you might want the product. So what's happening? Well, they didn't just show you the product. They created a problem for you and then gave you the product as a solution, whether you understand it or not. That's why sometimes you buy things you don't need. Actually, most of the time. And here's the thing, your videos should do the exact same thing. When someone clicks on a video that talks about paper and the history of paper, he didn't click on that video because he's a fan of paper. He just loves paper. He clicked on the video because the title and the thumbnail created a problem. And then the video will answer the problem, will give the solution. And just like that, you make a viewer who doesn't care about paper be interested in paper. Now, here's the thing. Your video could be the best video ever made. If nobody clicks on it, nobody will ever know it exists. And on TV, clicks work differently than you might think. Now, here's something most people don't think about. Thumbnails look completely different on a TV screen. On your phone, thumbnails are tiny. You scroll fast, everything is small. On a computer, they're a bit bigger, but still pretty compact. But on a TV, thumbnails are huge. They take up a big part of the screen. The viewer can see every detail, every expression on your face, every color, every small thing in the image. This means two things. First, you can use more detail in your thumbnails. Second, if your thumbnail is messy or cluttered, it looks even worse on a big screen. So for TV viewers, clean and bold wins. A clear image with a clear message. A great thumbnail should tell a story without the viewer needing to read the title. Let me show you exactly how I make my own thumbnails so you can learn from me. For the thumbnail of this video you're watching right now, here's what happened. I use a tool called Hixfield. It's an AI tool that changed how I make thumbnails. And this is going to shock you, by the way. So I uploaded a photo of myself and I created a 3D model of myself inside Hixfield. And now I can generate an image of myself from any angle, any pose, any expression, whatever I need for the thumbnail. And they look incredibly real. You can't distinguish them from reality. And this saves me a lot of time because now whenever I need an image of myself I want to use in my thumbnail, I can just go to Hixfield and generate an image of myself from any angle, with any facial expression, with any t-shirt I want on myself. Not only that, but I use Hixfield to generate the assets for my thumbnail as well. For example, for this video, I asked Hixfield to generate a blue YouTube analytics charts. The first version of the graph came flat, so I just prompted Hixfield again to make the graph go from low to high, showing growth over time. And it generated me this image, which is absolutely insane. Then I used my 3D avatar, which I told you I created inside Hixfield, to generate an image of myself, which will react to that chart. And now I have these two photos. I take both photos inside Photoshop and I combine them. And the result is a clean professional thumbnail that tells a story. You can look at my thumbnail and immediately understand what this video is about without reading the title. That's exactly why you clicked on my video. That's what a good thumbnail does, and this is how AI should be used, not to replace your creativity, but as a tool that speeds up the process and makes your work look more professional without costing more money. If you want to try Hixfield to generate any type of image you want, or to create a thumbnail just like I showed you, or to generate videos, there's going to be a link down in the description where you can try Hixfield yourself. Now, you know how to get people to click. But even a perfect thumbnail won't save you if people leave after 30 seconds. So how do you actually keep them watching? No matter what type of video you make, the most important thing you can add are B-rolls. B-roll is extra footage that goes on the screen while you're talking. It makes the video more visual and it keeps the viewer's eyes engaged. Now, where do you get B-roll footage? You have a few options. First, film your own. Second, get free footage from websites like Pexels. Third, and this is what I've been doing lately, by the way, use Hixfield. Here's why. Hixfield doesn't just make still images, it creates motion graphics. On the dashboard, there's a feature called Vibe Motion. With a simple text prompt, you can create animated graphics for your video in seconds. Now, here's the final and the most important thing to grow on YouTube. And I've been getting this question a lot. A lot of you are asking me about the niche. What niche should you pick? Pay attention because I know a lot of you struggle when it comes to picking a niche. Based on my own experience of building faceless YouTube channels and growing this channel over here and helping members inside my community get monetized, I believe right now anything can be transformed in a niche. Right now, YouTube is facing a very big problem. And the problem is reused content. A lot of people are using AI to recycle scripts, to recycle videos. And because of this, a lot of content on YouTube right now is very similar. And so if you go and look at someone else's niche and you copy it, chances are you might not grow because the algorithm uses AI to identify if your video is original or not. That is why if you want to pick a niche right now, you really need to stop overthinking and just pick something that you really like. It can be absolutely anything. As I've said in the beginning of this video, you can make an interesting video about any topic if you learn how to use storytelling and if you learn what I've been teaching inside this video. I know it's hard to believe, but for example, there are people who love keyboards, and there are channels dedicated to making videos just about keyboards. It sounds crazy, but these channels have millions of subscribers. For example, I don't care about keyboards, but I do watch videos about keyboards because they're satisfying. They're entertaining. Now, if you want to learn more about the YouTube algorithm and how it works, you should watch this video over here from me, because inside this video, I show you how the algorithm works and how you can grow faster on YouTube. I promise you will like it, so make sure to click on this video.
All right, so I'm currently at my dashboard on smmshiba.com, and do not get confused by the website names. SMM and SMM Dodge are actually the same website. So all you have to do once you've created yourself an account here is to go on list, click on this category icon, select, and here you want to select something, basically any option that says from with video. So I'm going to choose this one right here, and this should be already fine. 2014, 2017, yeah. Now I'm going to click on buy, confirm, and now you can go onto your product orders and you will see this is pending. All right, the order is now completed. This didn't even take 2 minutes. What you want to do now is you want to copy that ID, and we want to be organized, right? Especially if we have multiple channels, you will not find them again. So make sure to save it somewhere.